This is No BS with the Coopers. All right. We are back. Welcome. Yeah. No BS.
No BS
with the Coopers. Damn, you look good. Oh, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. But we have special guests on the show this evening. When we sat and thought about who we wanted to have on the show, and we just told them off camera, it was a no-brainer for us.
Yes, facts.
For many reasons. This couple, I've personally seen through my wife. I have seen this couple grow. I continue to watch this couple. They are phenomenal in our eyes. Mm-hmm. And we felt that it was only right that they be showcased in this light. This is no BS, no bullshit over here. And we really just want to shine a light on them.
Yes.
And baby, go ahead and let's introduce the Handsboroughs.
Yes.
Watch out now.
Yes.
We have Latasha and Mr. Adriel.
Yes. How are you? Welcome.
All is well, guys. Thank you guys so much for having us on the show. We're so grateful. I went and I did my makeup. I was like, I'm about to be on camera. So, you know what I mean? I had to go, spice it up. I wanted to make sure I was right with the Coopers with no BS.
Come on.
But you always come through.
We appreciate you guys.
Listen, we are excited to have you both on. Yes. Mr. Adriel, we're excited, sir, to have you here, man, and just chop it up. Like I said previously, just a phenomenal couple. Mm-hmm. And I am personally in awe of just the love that is shown. Mm-hmm. It's rare that us as men get seen in a light to where we can showcase that we really truly honor our wives. Mm-hmm. And honor just who they are, and also just to help them grow and flourish. And vice versa, and be able to get that. That's like real, genuine, melanated love. You know what I'm saying? And I believe you two embody that, mm-hmm. So my first question to you both is, how did you meet?
Yes. How did y'all meet?
Yeah.
That's exciting. I love
preparing us for this question.
I have, I be ready. I be cocked and ready like a pistol when this question get asked. I mean, so I know the story by heart. You know what I mean? So, I love working out. Okay, so that's a little bit of my background. I love working out, and just so happened I've been going to this gym in Florida for a few years, and after a few years in, I started seeing Adriel. He started working there I
just popped up in the area
as a trainer, and not me looking at him or him looking at me or anything like that. I was not looking at you.
Talk that talk, sir.
Babe.
No BS on the show.
That's right. No BS.
Exactly.
That's right. No BS.
So, anywho, I would see him. So this is how I started. So first of all, my first words to him was he had something that I needed to work out with. And he was training a client. And he looked at me and he told me, he was like, as soon as I'm finished, wherever you're at, I'm going to bring it to you. I promise. I got you. And I was like, okay, thank you. I went on by my business. So then he brought the equipment. He said, I told you I got you. It was just his gentleness. It was his approach. Right. And I was like, okay, still not thinking nothing of it. Months went by. So every time I would see him from that day forth, when I would see him, we would just hug each other, not knowing each other's names.
Wow.
Not having a conversation. I've been there for years. I never give random people hugs at all. Right. Ever. But we would just see each other, hug each other. So this was the one hug situation that got me like, okay, got a little juice flowing or whatever.
Got them butterflies flowing.
Yes, girl. I'd be like, okay, let me see, But he was over there working out really hard. He was so into it. And I was like, I'm not going to mess with him. So I see him taking a break, and I was like, let me go give him a hug. I want him to think, that's our thing. We hug each other, whatever. So when I walked over there, I'm like, I wasn't even going to bother you because you were so into your workout. And I didn't want to come over here and mess with you. So he was like, he looked at me, and he was like, you better have. It was like that. I was like,
no need to justify the approach.
Come on now. Come on now.
Okay. I know that's right.
Still don't know his name. No phone numbers exchanged. No nothing. Just, this is months going by.
Wow.
So finally,
I knew her name at this point because the gym manager at the time was popular as a gym manager. So
giving me a hard time, basically. That type of popular.
Okay.
And but you can't stop God's giving. They didn't stop
That's
nothing.
right.
But anywho, so one day he just disappeared. Like I didn't see him no more, and it just finally dawned on me. And I told a friend of mine who I was working out with. I told her, I'm like, I haven't seen that bald head dude. Remember, I don't know his name. I just know he's tall and bald. I was like, I haven't seen that bald head dude in a while. And she was like, yeah, I haven't seen him either. So it was an in and out thing, and not thinking nothing of it. So maybe like a week later.
People be sleeping on the bald head, bro.
Come on, they do.
Come on, they do.
They do.
They do. They do. They do.
Oh man. Oh
They
man.
don't understand.
Hey,
Speak the truth, sir.
they can keep on sleeping. They
Speak
can
the
keep
truth,
on
sir.
sleeping because I love mine over here.
Speak the truth.
So he mysteriously popped up again out of nowhere after me not seeing him for a long time. And I'm just like, let me say something to him this time. Let me get his name or something at least, So I saw him and I was like, hey, what's your name? He was like, Adria. I had to say it a few times before I got it right because it just don't fall off the tongue like that.
Right.
I've never met nobody named Adriel in my life. Have you guys ever heard the name before?
No.
Nope.
No.
Yeah. That's a unique name.
So
Very unique.
I'm like, Adriel. So he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, let's, talk sometime. He's like, okay, let me go put my client on the treadmill and I'll walk you out to your car because we were leaving. Me and my friend was leaving the gym.
Business first. Gotta take care of business.
That's right.
Come on.
Okay.
But when I got outside, I totally forgot. I forgot that he was supposed to be meeting me, and I left.
So basically, she left me hanging. Gave me the cold shoulder.
I forgot. No BS, right? So I forgot. He hit me up. He fell off in the DM, Valley.
Yes.
Being the real one that I am, not gonna let an opportunity escape me.
Come on.
Hello, somebody.
Come
he
on.
knew what he wanted.
So real quick.
You know what I'm saying? I got into my, like she said, I'm on my, you got something for me?
Yeah, I got some. I gotta ask you in that moment, when you came outside and you seen that she was gone, did that ignite a fire under you? Like,
bro, bro, I'm walking up. I'm like, dang, where's she at? So I'm coming out the gym, and bro, it's like I hit one of those.
oh,
Bro, like, I got to the car, bro. I know there's no hope.
come on.
Say the training manager, bro, she was already on that type of ill will, bro. If I would have left out the door, it would have been a problem.
Right.
So I just had to hit him with the.
Man,
so then, me doing my proper due diligence and research, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, she's popular at the gym, I did my hashtag search on Instagram. So I typed in "you fit." She was like the 5th picture to pop up.
Wow.
Come on.
Look at God.
Look at God.
So you know me, bro. I'm sliding in the DM.
Quickly.
Look at
Quickly and
God.
confidently as I can. And was met with an immediate response.
Come on.
And if you don't, the
Come on.
response time is going to give you what you're looking for.
That's right.
The response time means everything. And
Listen.
So I need to scroll back through my messages.
What was the response
It was
time?
at least within 30 to 45 minutes, which is pretty quick. Assuming that you're busy, you at work.
Come on.
That's a quick response time.
Come on.
So
I don't know the response
after
time.
the response, you know what I'm saying, a few minutes later, I had the number. And
look at you. Really?
I mean, he just telling it like how it happened.
It's no BS.
No
We want the
BS.
story. We want the exclusives. We want the exclusives.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then,
Leave all the mushy stuff for the other people. We want the good stuff. Yeah.
But this the way come out. Yeah, with dinner you, I had the number.
Come on. Respectfully.
So at this point, you know what I'm saying, we talking, we trying to set something up. So we go to this kava bar on military. Was it on military?
Yeah, it was on
this
military.
kava bar. The kava bars be dope. It's just a good vibe to go and just chill and stuff. So
You gotta go.
honestly, though, no BS. I'm a gamer, right? So at this point, I'm at the crib. She talking to me, bro, and I'm getting the game ready with the boys. So she like, oh, we could go out tonight. And I was like,
He was trying to blow me off.
Yeah.
He was trying to blow me off.
He's a gamer.
I already had the session
He's
set
like, can we
up
go
with the boys.
tomorrow? Not tonight. I'm like, no, we could go. Me being aggressive, like, you don't got my number now. No, we need to go tonight.
What you told the boys though, bro? What you told the boys?
Squad together, bro. Once you get the squad together, bro, everybody's depending.
Everybody ready? They ready for you to come do your thing?
We need you. We need you, bro. Yo, I was contemplating, bro.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I
I
was
understand.
contemplating, like, do I really want to sacrifice this precious game time with the fellas, bro?
The precious dog.
Respectfully.
And
Come on, bro. Don't be
He telling the truth because he was like, can we, he didn't tell me he was a gamer or none of that. We're just talking through DM.
right.
And he's like, would tomorrow be better? I'm like, no, we could go tonight. But he pulled through.
That was
bad,
I was gonna say
He
that.
pulled through.
I was gonna say that.
And that's okay.
Obviously, either the guys got one or two. They either got, hey y'all, I gotta go.
Yeah, what did you tell them?
I gotta go.
I don't even know if I said anything.
Yep. Or
It's
look.
worse to ghost them.
Listen. That was my second one. It was either you tell them or either power button. I'm gone.
You just hop off.
Listen,
Just go.
that's how it
Never hop
is.
back on. We're waiting on you and everything. Never hop back on.
That's
the
me.
word.
That's him right there.
I'd be quick
That's
to
him.
shut it off. And
Yep. Time to go.
here she look. Here she come. You coming? Boop. Time to go.
You already know.
I'm out of here.
They didn't accept the gaming side for a long time, though.
I was okay with it because,
She was not.
yes, he don't understand. In my previous dating life,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would take a gamer over somebody trying to go to the strip club, somebody trying to be on every scene, trying to hang out with their friends. And
Okay.
I don't been through it. He knows that, but I don't think he fully understands. But anywho,
No, you know what? No, that's a good. That's a good point. Hold on, that's a good point.
Right.
So put a pin in that
Let's
right
put
now.
a pin on the kava bar now because I want to touch on that too. There are women out there in the world that will hold that against their significant other. You know what I mean? And they won't have the thought process that Tasha, you have, that my wife has, that, and there's plenty of other women that I know that have that mindset of, I'd rather have my husband or my significant other at home doing what he loves. And gaming these days isn't like it was back when we were children. You can make serious bank off of this. You can make serious money off of this, and for us, the majority of the time, it's our peace.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge part of our peace. And so for you to be able to accept that, no matter how long it took for you to be able to accept that, knowing that this is what you want, this is the man I want, this is the man who I'm going to see myself with. No, I'm going to accept that. And I'm going to accept more because it could be plenty of other things. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of women and there's a lot of couples that don't understand that about each other. And I commend you both for that. For that.
Thank you. How you feel about that, Valine? Like,
oh, girl,
you rather him there or?
Listen,
bro,
when it comes to games, I can play too. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not the shooter type, but if we got a Mario Kart, some bowling, pool, I'm in.
Yeah.
I can do stuff like that. I don't want to.
We gotta get the weed in.
Oh, listen, get that weed. Get the Switch. Get the Switch, bro. I promise.
That's game night.
It'll turn up you and the whole family. Y'all, you think y'all be turned up? The Switch, the Nintendo Switch. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we want to take this time right now. Nintendo Switch, we need that money.
Big facts.
Y'all just got new people.
Come on,
we need that bread.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, right. So the Kava bar. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the story.
Oh yeah, we meet there. So I pull up, he pulls up, we go in, and like I want to let you guys know. Before I met Adriel, I was on I was celibate number 1. I was on I don't even care where. I didn't want to go on dates. I didn't want to do anything. So a guy had 48 hours to prove or lose me, period. Okay? So it never got to the dating scene because it never went past the phone. The red flags are always there. If you listen, if you want to listen and pay attention, okay?
Right.
Because if you ask the right questions, then first of all, I put God before anything, and I said, you have to show me because you know men better than I know men.
That's right.
I tried it my way all these years, and I'm still single, so it's not working. I need you within the first 48. Don't let me waste their time. Don't get my time involved. Don't get my feelings involved. I don't want to give them no part of me. Anything, because even showing up and meeting a guy at a restaurant, that's a blessing. That's me being there. Like I'm precious. I'm a jewel. Like I understand who I am. So I don't even want to get that far. They have 48 hours, nothing more, nothing less. And if I hear anything that I know I would not be okay with in the long haul, because I'm looking for the long haul, I'm not looking for the one night stand and all that stuff there. Those things come easy for me. I'm not looking for that. It's over. It's over. Block, done. Ain't no me teasing you going back and forth. Cut off. I capped my end of the deal. God capped his end of the deal.
Come on.
Got with Adriel. He's the only one that I stepped out for. No guy even got me to meet them nowhere. Like this is something that I don't even understand.
Come on.
And we had the time of our lives at this cover bar. I did not want to leave. No red flags. And I'm talking to God in my head while he's talking to me. I'm like, all right, God. Nah. He cool. You know, I'm digging him. Like, show me if this ain't it. This is time right now. And he didn't show up.
Come on.
He you know, he let it be. And I mean, from there, I didn't even want to leave. He didn't want to leave. And then another thing that impressed me about Adriel is that Adriel is very young. I am 11 years older than my husband. Okay.
Okay.
Adriel had his own place, his own car, enrolled in school full time, and was working 2 jobs.
Come on.
At his young age. And I met men. Every man that I've met before Adriel always stayed with someone. I don't care if they had a roommate or they made the excuse why they stayed with their mama or baby mama or whatever. They always stayed with someone. They didn't have the mindset of how to treat a woman, a queen, a lady, a woman, period. You know, they didn't have that. You know, it was almost predictable a lot of the times, but he stood out from all of that. And when he told me he had his own place, I'm like, you got your own place? No roommate. No. He was looking at me like I thought that was normal, bro. It was not normal.
He was a man on a mission.
At an early age. And I'll tell you what, give the people a little bit. You don't have to go into deep detail, but give the people a little bit, Adriel, of your background, sir, and how you got started on your journey before meeting your wife.
So I have to attribute a lot of my all glory and honor to God.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Who's the first in my life, obviously. It should be. I always give my respect to God. Anything, something good happened to whether I find some change on the ground.
Come on.
So when he dropped them bags on me.
Great.
Come on.
Come on. Big and small.
Big and small.
So, I grew up in the church. My dad being a reverend, my mom being whatever the church needed at the time. So I was blessed for my dad. I mean, he was in the Army, so he had a lot of like mental issues, whatever. I don't want to get too deep into that. That he was able to recover from. But he was around, which I will always say that's a major contributor. Even if, you know what I'm saying, you don't grow up with both parents and you become successful, having a father figure in your life is crazy important.
Yes, it is.
And I know that from my experience, and then me now getting the experience with my son, I can see how
it correlates.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When he looking for mommy, when he looking for daddy, it's important. And I know how it felt to have my dad, so I was always blessed with that. And he was always there to relate to me. I could talk to him about stuff I felt uncomfortable with. And he would always keep it real with me and push me in the right direction. Whether I followed his advice, which a lot of times, especially when I got older, I didn't, because, you know, young man trying to be on his own, which is fine. But a lot of the things he did teach me did push me in the right way. So I ended up joining the military as well when I was 19. At that time, I was probably headed down the wrong path. No BS, if we're going to keep it real. I wasn't doing the things I should have been doing. I was in school, but was I going? You know what I mean? So I had to make a decision at that point to where, am I going to choose to keep heading down this path where I see no direction, or I had to make a change of plan? So I changed the plan. My dad actually caught me in the garage one night and was like, he knew, because my dad knows, your dad knows what you got going on, bro. Because any adult, because we done all been in that position as a child to where you make a decision you probably should be making. So he was just like, I don't want to say he gave me an ultimatum, but he kind of put it in perspective for me. Like, you need to either do what you got to do with this school, or you need to find something else that you're going to do, because the way you're going now ain't going to be it. So, bro, I was not thinking about no military, bro. But that was the first thing that came to my mind. So I was like, shoot, I'll just go in the military. The next day, he took me to the recruiting office. So I appreciate
so you ain't finna change your mind.
You ain't finna switch up.
Hey,
that far.
And how I know God was working, bro. Usually when you go into the service and you put in your paperwork, whatever, you gotta wait months to actually get things. I was gone within 30 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was out of there. So
it was meant for you.
I get out, go to the military, we do our boot camp, and then I'm on my own. So that kind of, I guess, helped me a lot too. The military take care of you. So, I mean, I always recommend it, especially to a young man that has no direction or has no money or funding to be able to do the things that he wants to do as far as entrepreneurship and stuff. The military is a good option. You could get your feet wet a little bit, have a stable career, insurance, take care of your health as a whole while you're going through those youth stages. Because if you just going to college, unless your mom really going in for you, you're not going to have no insurance, all that kind of stuff. You're probably not going to the dentist like you should be. So I was able to get a lot of things that adults, me as a child at that time, had access to. So all of these things put together kind of made me into the gentleman that I am. Being taught that discipline in the service, you know what I'm saying? You have to respect the people that are over you, regardless of if you like them or not. And then just growing up in the church, and that gave me my biblical background. But honestly, when I met my wife, I was always a gentleman, bro. But she really taught me like how important loving people was, and loving people even if you don't like them, loving people even if they do you wrong, they owe you money, they steal from you, they talk bad about you. When you generate and are able to offer that love to the world, bro, it just makes a world of a difference. And then after you accept that role of providing love into the world, bro, your blessings are just going to come like crazy.
Yeah. In abundance.
Yeah.
I love that.
And me and my wife talk about all that, the 23rd Psalm when it talks about our cup runneth over. We heard a reverend talking about that, and he was saying that should be our only problem as followers of God and bringing love into the world is we have too many blessings that we can't even take them all. Our blessings filling on the ground.
Yeah,
because they come in so fast. So
man,
just you know what I'm saying, having my parents there to support me, which they've always been supportive, and then just being able to make the right and the hard decisions when there was time to make those decisions, I feel like put me in a place to where I could be successful as a young man. And I appreciate that.
That is completely well said. I mean, think about this, right? Tasha, what you just said and what you just described based on the previous men that you may have come across, they, especially where we grew up, especially, and we'll touch on that too, because there's some history between you two that we wouldn't get into. Yes. But especially where we grew up, there was little to none. And that rolls over into relationships and things of that nature. So in that aspect, this relationship here, this was destined.
Yes, it was.
I told you both that on your wedding day.
Yeah.
I said that. It was destined. Yeah. Can't nobody shake that. The love that I saw. I believe toot my own horn, toot. I believe I got the best video at the wedding. It was when they said I do, y'all. It was when they said I do. I want y'all to remember this date, everybody. It was when they said I do. And they had that great African Afrobeat music playing.
Come on.
And they went to my boy hit the little look like. Now I'm gonna tell you what I thought you were saying in this moment. Hey, I'm gonna tell your ass up when we get home. Yep. Yep. You mine now. Yeah. You mine now. Come on. Oh, I don't care who's in here. You mine now. But that love that we saw, it shows. It shows, sir, that you went after what you wanted. You did a deep dive. So see, that's your military background. You did a deep dive. Who else know to go look somebody up
from a hashtag?
Because you know she in here a lot. I mean,
a hashtag.
Let me go on and get her.
I would have never been.
Some 007 type.
Oh God, I love that, and I'm just still so excited that this interview is even happening with you two, and the fact that me and Tasha grew up together, went to school together, and to know some of the previous relationships she's been in, to see her now, I'm just so happy and grateful to God that it got better.
And likewise, Queen. Oh my God, that girl! All glory goes to God.
All glory. Because I remember one time we was pregnant. We was pregnant at the same time. Remember that?
Wow.
Pregnant at the same time.
Wow.
Teenagers.
Teenagers having babies.
So how did you all meet? How did you all meet?
Well, I stayed on S Avenue. 27th
That's
Street.
The raw.
We stayed on the same street.
And they moved on the street.
Wow.
And we became friends from that. From that point. And then
I also was friends with her cousin. before that. So it was like, it was kind of like we knew each other, but not like that. But then when I moved over there, of course, we got to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to school together and everything. But I mean, like she said, we were pregnant at the same time. And like you said, Mr. Cooper, like our backgrounds and where we come from with the structure and all that stuff that we basically had to learn through our own experience. Because I could tell you, like my mom, and I love her to life, and she's a wonderful mother and everything, but she only did what she knew how to do at the time, you know?
Right.
And I commend her for that, you know, but everything else, and I don't regret any of my childhood, anything that I've done in my life, I never regret it, because I would not be the woman, the queen, the person, the whatever God made me out to be. I would not be it today. Right. And I love everything I went through. I'm glad I had to touch the stove to make sure it was really hot. I'm glad I had to experience these things for myself, because now as a parent, I can do these things in my household. I can tell my kids the truth. I can go ahead and prepare them.
Right.
Just like school prepares you for growth, you go to elementary, then it prepares you for middle, then middle prepares you for high, then high prepares you if you want to go off to college or whatever. It's levels to being a parent as well. I want to keep it real with my kids. I don't want to put seasoning on it, because you know why? The internet, their friend, the school system now, and stuff that they have so much access to that we did not have by when we in the Mississippi. We didn't have these things that they have access to now. They're gonna teach the kids if you don't teach them.
That's right. And I love that how you broke everything down when you go from elementary to middle school to college, if you choose. Is the main reason why we decided to homeschool our kids, because how society is and how they trying to put sexuality on these kids, and they're too young for that.
You're trying to put so many things on the children. And then you think about it in this aspect. Everyone obviously can't homeschool their kids, right? The economy isn't set up that way for everyone. But if you are, and you're fortunate enough to do so, there are programs, and I'm glad we took our daughters out. Our daughters aren't going to go through the pitfalls of what some kids may go through, the peer pressures, the things of that nature. They, it's really on us to formulate teaching our children, not just the arithmetic, not just the things that they they place on our children, because the curriculum is the same curriculum. It's the same curriculum. They're not teaching our children anything functional for them to be able to function in society, in this life.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that is super important as parents. Right. How important is it to establish, because our show is coming out tonight, actually, on generational wealth. How important is it for both of you? And we're going to get into your businesses and your business acumen, to establish generational wealth for you and your family.
You want to put it on that, or to start off?
I think it's one of the most important things that you can do, because of the fact that where I want to be as far as my kids, and this is why I learned how to invest through stock market things, learned about like any kind of investment formulation and business kind of concepts that you can learn about. I don't want my kids to have to go to work, especially at a young age while they're in school and stuff. I don't want my kids to have to work while they're in school, feeling like they need to make money. I want to be able to fund them if they don't want to go to school and you have business ideas, or if you want to go to school and learn something, I could fund that too.
Right.
I want to be able to have houses for you to have, because we're not going to live forever. So if we have real estate that we can pass on to you, you're not going to ever have to pay no rent. You're not going to ever have to take out no mortgage, which is all financial barriers that literally limit the common American oh, I got to pay my mortgage or I got to pay my rent. Imagine not having a mortgage because your family had real estate and you could just go live in a house and pay property tax.
Yes.
It's a different level of living. You can focus on different things. You're not working to pay bills. You can work to continue to create generational wealth and add on to the family pot.
Come on.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, and people think it's just, oh, you got to get rich for your kids. No, even if you just started, you're setting up your successors for longevity and a lifetime of success and wealth and just how you're supposed to be living in the first place. We're not supposed to be working until 70 years old.
Come on.
Just so we can collect a pension and
we don't claim that.
Struggle, you know what I'm saying?
We don't claim that. Like, you have to, and this is what I tell my kids. When you know, if I'm telling you or if you're learning the truth here, don't let what you hear out there change what you already know.
Exactly.
Just because everybody else is parading it and hallelujahing it, like that's not you. You know the truth.
Exactly.
You know the truth, so you follow the truth. And I say that to say, just like my husband just said, like we're waiting for 60 and 70 to do what? No,
come on.
We're not claiming that. If that's what the world wants to do, that's fine. We don't, frown upon them or anything else, but we know what our belief is. No, work hard. No, we don't want to do that. I don't. No, God, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to work hard.
Come on.
And like my husband said, our cup runneth over, and I don't know if everybody know, like, but we moved out of the state of Florida, okay? And I bring that up because you asked us a question about how we feel about, setting the kids up,
generational
for generational wealth,
Yes.
And when we got here, first of all, before we got here, my husband was very stressed because he was uprooting his family and not knowing if we were going to thrive or fall, Right. God had to come to him in a dream. I'm telling you, my husband was stressed. I seen it, because he wanted to make sure he was making the right decision.
Right.
He's the head.
As he should.
Right. So he's the head, and now he got to uproot his wife, his kids, their school, our family, friends, job, everything it was a lot to take in on the weight of him. God had to visit him in a dream. And that's the only way that we're here where we at, to let us know, hey, you're making the right move. Go ahead. I mean, it was deep. And when he told me it, I seen the difference in him. It was like night and day, like switch was on and off. It was just like that. So I'm like, okay, well, if God said it, let's do it. Who am I to question? I didn't need no nothing after that. But you have to be wise and open to receive, because he talks to every last one of us. But we got up here, we was obedient, not knowing nobody, and still figuring things out.
Right.
But when I tell you, Mrs. and Mr. Coopers, when I tell you, God has been good.
Come on.
Okay? Our obedience was better than our sacrifice.
Come on.
Okay? I mean, and when he talk about wealth, we're able to not live paycheck to paycheck. We're able to save more money than we probably both had together when we wasn't together and while we were together.
Wow.
And the blessings just come. I mean, we wake up and it just be boom, like nothing that we filled out or qualified or whatever. Like our cup really runneth over, and we're doing right by our money and our resources. Just because it's coming, we're not just blowing it. Don't get me wrong. We do what we want to do.
Right.
We do what we want to do.
As you should.
Right.
As you should.
As you should.
We live.
Come on.
You do what you want.
Sorry, we got a little visitor here.
Oh, man. Hey.
Our kids. We have Bible study every Sunday in the house.
Okay.
We teach our kids about the importance of not even just saving, because you don't ever want to tell your kids to save for a rainy day. We're not saving for no rainy days. We're not saving for no none of that. We're just saving so that we can see the abundance of our fruit prosper and we can do right by our money and make sure that our kids, like my husband said, is set. It's bigger than us. We can't just bring babies in this world like ourselves were. We didn't have nothing to fall back on. I mean, I don't know if you guys did, but I didn't have nothing to fall back on. When our kids come to us, like my husband say, hey, I need this, I need to do that. It's a no-brainer. We ain't got to rob Peter to pay Paul no more.
Come on.
We got it. Here you go. We take care of.
Come on.
You know?
Come on.
That feels good because I never had that. I had to work at 14 years old.
Exactly.
I had my first job at Winn-Dixie at 14 years old.
Oh,
okay?
you too?
I didn't have nobody to give me no handouts or nothing.
Come on.
Hey, Tasha, for real, literally.
So you gotta teach your kids.
I worked at the Winn-Dixie on 45th Street. The Winn-Dixie on 45th at 14. At 14.
Wow.
On 45th Street, me too. That was my first job pushing cars.
Yep. Man, I was so mad at them people when I found out how much I was getting paid. I was so hot. Anyway, let me bring it back. I get lost. I want to touch on this real quick. I met Latasha before I met Adria. I fully met you at the wedding. Mm-hmm. Like, that was my first time meeting you. And like I said, that was I was in complete awe of just the vibe in the listen, the vibe.
Hold on, baby. I appreciate Tasha even inviting us at the last minute.
Oh yeah,
because you didn't have to.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
You didn't have to.
You didn't have to.
But God, this is what I love. This is what I love about how everything just came back full circle, pertaining to me and her relationship, and then us being married. Okay. I just think that is so. I just think it's so beautiful because when I didn't see you, I guess after y'all moved and everything like that, you came back around. You had came to the church I was at.
Yes, remember? Yes, I forgot about the church.
And then
wow.
And then
Uncle Al brought me to the church. Uncle Al brought me to the church, finally.
And then I think I stopped attending the church, or I think you stopped first. I don't know, but I didn't see you anymore. So I'm like, what happened to Tasha? What's going on? Hope everything okay with her. And then full circle, you doing your workout stuff.
Oh,
and,
yep.
You know. Hey, doing your workout stuff. You got your products. Hold on, let me put them right here. I seen you with your products, and I was just like, look at Tasha, like, oh my God, I am so happy for her. And then I know, girl. And then when you posted a picture about you said yes, I was like, what? Now she getting married? Oh my God. I was just so
she did do that. She yelled.
I was so happy.
She yelled.
God, I'm so happy. Just to see from where we came from and to see us now that we are two blessed queens with our awesome kings by our side. It is a beautiful thing. That's all I want to say.
Man, there's plenty more. That's dope. That's dope. And for those of y'all looking right now, these are LCL products right here.
That's right.
These are the
LCLfit.com.
And y'all need to get them.
Yes, ASAP.
ASAP. Y'all need to order in abundance. ASAP.
Oh my God. You guys are so amazing.
Listen,
oh my goodness.
Here's another fun fact, bro. The first time I met Tasha was
at the event.
Her book signing.
Okay, yes.
That was the first time.
That's when I first saw you in person.
Yep.
And throughout the whole night, she did her thing that night. It was dope.
Yes,
she took time to come and speak to my wife and myself. And Tasha, you told me something that stayed with me to this day. You said, don't let anyone dictate who you are or who you're going to be. Mm-hmm. Don't let anyone tell you, or put judgment on you based on whatever your past is or was. They think they know you then, but they don't know you now.
They don't. That's right.
And I was like, damn, that's dope. She don't know me. You know what I mean?
But that was right on time.
It was right on time within the time.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Then let's fast forward. It was an opportunity that I was able to do your show. I was able to be a guest on your show. Mm-hmm. You provided that opportunity. That was an opportunity for me personally to get the word out on something that, you know, I can't talk about, but we good now.
Yeah, we good.
Went viral.
Yeah, that went viral, you know. And and at the time you had that little guy. Mm-hmm. You had that little guy in the back. It was that guy. And I thought it was so cool that now that we have our show and we're able to have them on and they're together, he shows up in the shot and you all are expecting your number 2. Congratulations to the both of y'all.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We making history around here.
Okay.
Extra, read all about it. We got big news, Book Jammers. Book Jam's full access yearly subscription is here. Let's go. For only $19.99 a year, Book Jammers can have full access to all Book Jam's ebooks. It's simple. Subscribe for $19.99. Get the special password, enter password on the subscription page, and enjoy all ebooks all year long. Subscribe today and enjoy the ride with your favorite Book Jam ebooks like Katie Eats a Lot, Mellow Wonderdello, Milestones, and a whole lot more. Log on to mybookjams.com.
So, Adria,
thank you so much.
Sir, when did you know that you were going to make that decision and say, you know what, that's my wife. I need to go ahead and make this official. Like, when did you know before you popped that question?
Dang.
I know, man. I know. I'm good at this shit, bro.
I'm good at asking questions like that.
So, bro, like, so I'm this young college dude, you know what I'm saying, trying to be successful in the training career and working 2 jobs, like she said. And this woman just comes into my life and starts cooking me Thanksgiving every day. We spend it every day with each other, man. The vibes are super good. She don't judge me. I don't judge her.
Come on.
Like, we just happy. She motivates me. And one of the biggest things is that she be checking me, bro.
Yes.
And she do not mind doing it, and she'll be like, no, we need to talk. She'll, even when I don't want to get into something, bro, we finna talk about it, or we finna discuss this, or I'm finna let you know that I'm uncomfortable. And the communication aspect of our relationship was already there. She just got on me today by communicating, and I was wrong, but
come on. Listen.
She going in on me.
I'm like, it is a good, you know, one thing that I could say about me and my husband, and, you know, everything have its, you know, whatever, but we have so, like, I could count the disagreements on my one hand.
Come on.
Like, and it's been 4 years and a half, and it's like, you know, he makes it easy. He's putting all his shine on me, but he makes it easy for me to talk to him, for me to come to him, for me to have these discussions. He makes it easy. It's teamwork.
It's teamwork.
Mm-hmm. It's not about me and no special gifts that I got, but he makes it easy for me to do the things that I do. I want to do the things that I do because he makes it easy.
Wow.
It's not burdensome. It's not bothersome. I want to do. I am that virtuous woman.
Yeah.
I want to do right by my husband. I've never encountered a man who never put me through any type of infidelity. I've always been cheated on. I've always been like, always, every single relationship, every last one of them. This man has never, ever. Thank you, God.
Come on.
Thank you, God. Because I'm serious. The stress, and one thing I want to add in there is people talk about as a single mom, I raised my kids on my own before I met my husband. Okay, and I didn't want no more kids.
Come on,
I didn't want no more kids. If you had to give it to me. But when you have a man, you meet a man that God sent you, okay, and he do right by you, and y'all have kids, it's not the same. There is no me, it's us.
It's us.
Yes.
I don't have the burden of me doing everything. I have help.
Yes.
So having kids now is like, oh, okay, you know, crying. I don't cry. I don't stress. Right. I don't worry. There's no depression. There's no anxiety. There's no none of these things. Like, because, like he said, God is his head. And he's a leader. One thing about me, I'm not easy to fool. All right?
Hello.
And the blind is not going to lead the blind over here. You're
Come on, that part.
You know? Right. And I feel confident, and I'm happy that I have a good leader.
Yes.
A God-fearing leader who looks for God first. You know, and then I'm second. I'm precious. From the day one he held the door for me to now he holds the door for me.
Come on.
He wasn't trying to impress me with nothing. Everything he did now, if he don't do it now, he's doing it better. He's
than
mature,
he did.
He's strong. Wow. And that's what it is. And that's what makes the relationship. And like you said, that communication. You're going to have to have these uncomfortable talks.
Yeah,
it's not comfortable for me either.
Yes.
But we got to talk about it so that we know
very important
how to deal with it. And weekly. He don't know, but I bring him weekly and we have deep down conversations because that's important.
Yes.
You don't wait till something happen to have your intimate, deep conversation.
Right.
And then
too, talk with your husband.
And then too, you don't want things to build up and then you just explode. Now it's this big old argument. You can't have that. Like we was talking about what is marriage in one of our episodes. I think episode 3, we break down what marriage is. And our number one, the number one on there is communication and respect.
Yeah,
those are the two things that are important in a marriage. If he don't respect me, how can I respect him? Vice versa.
Vice versa.
If I can't communicate with him, he can't read my mind.
And vice versa.
You know, so you have to be able to sit down, have an open heart conversation, and come to an understanding. That's not hard.
It's also a testament to Mr. Handsborough. I just like the way that sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Say it so good, honey.
I like the way that sounds.
Say it so good.
Like I normally don't call people by their first name, so I'm just Mr. Handsborough.
Mr. Handsborough.
Yes. But it's a testament. Now see, you know how good you are to your wife by the way she talks about you, by the way she reacts when you're in or out of her presence. That says a hell of a lot, sir.
Yes.
You know, I have that right here. I can say that confidently without having to get her to say, I have that. I have that here. And I know what that feels because wholeheartedly I'm in love, not with who she is on the outside, but all of her, all of who she will become. I get that wholeheartedly without you having to say a word, sir.
Yes.
And that's how that, and you see that, and everybody that's watching this show now, take notes.
Yes, take notes.
Hold on, where my camera at?
Take notes, people.
Take notes.
Big facts.
If your woman not talking about you like this,
come on.
I don't know, dog. You might, I don't know.
I don't think she the one or he the one.
I don't know. You might be slipping. Get it together. Communicate. See what's up. But it's a testament to who you are, how you were raised, how that carried over into the man that you planned on becoming. You didn't plan this. You didn't plan this out. This was another journey to connect you with her journey. And now y'all on a whole nother journey. Like it's just amazing.
Even with your wife, she was planting seeds in me. And I want to say before we was married, before we was officially married, Valine was planting seeds in me. And she could only plant seeds that she has experienced that have grown and manifested in her life and grew fruit, you know, and bear good fruit for her.
Right.
And I don't know if you remember, even with the workouts or when we would meet up so you could get your products or whatever the case may be, you would tell me, I don't care what nobody says, Tasha. Keep people out your business.
Mm-hmm.
You rock with your husband. I don't care what nobody got to say about him. I don't care what nobody got to say about you. You love on your husband.
That's right.
Let everything stay between y'all. Like you, and with a serious face, and you told me this more than once.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you that it fell on fertile ground because he had his little thing when we first got together, and I had my little thing. So my thing was the age gap.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I still had a little fear, although this man was treating me like worshiping the ground I was walking on. I still was like, I don't know, because he's younger than me. Like, that was that fear there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, of him being younger than me. And then his thing was, you could tell him what it was.
That was my thing.
Your thing was with the kids. Like,
the kids. It's okay.
It's okay.
Like,
it's
at the
okay.
end of the day, though,
no
like,
BS.
so,
Okay.
like, what helped me, honestly, bro, like, she would bring the kids. They would go play. Like, the kids always showed me love, like, from the beginning. And then, like, my dad had 3 kids before he met my mom. So I was like, okay, God, you just trying to, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you can look at somebody close to you and see they've been through the same exact situation as you, i.e., me being my mom, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you love that person, and you got to understand that people go through life, and everyone's life, everyone don't get like the same opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all say, the way you raised, the environment you came up in,
right.
You just do what you can do at that moment. And removing that judgment, you know what I'm saying? And like you say, bro, you can't be listening to what other people got to say, because at the end of the day, they're going to be in their house.
Come on.
And you're going to be in yours. And
exactly.
they can't bring you no happiness that you getting from your significant other.
Exactly.
And then, like, on top of the kids, like her family just, and me being in West Palm, bro, my family's from Florida, but not from that area. So I was down there by myself. So being welcomed into her family, and they treat me like I'm their brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like her mom treat me like I'm her blood. Like she had me right out of home stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is super important.
Come on.
And
my mom never liked a soul. Let's just clear that up.
Let's just get let's put that
nobody.
No, not one.
That's how I was with my daddy. He ain't like nobody.
Yeah, see?
And she went, and then I had already been thinking about it. So I tell Mom, hey, Mom, we gotta, I want you to come with me to get Tasha the ring. So we go I tell Tasha that I'm just taking her out like on the lunch date or whatever.
My mom.
So me and my mom go out to our lunch date and get the ring. She keep it, and then we plan this big old party, which is something that we always did. Like we always like on the weekend, it's liable that everybody's gonna come out and we're gonna have a good time. So we got the video, but Tasha, if you know Tasha, you know she be on that spades table. So I was like, Ma, I'm gonna get her at the spades table. So
that's how he did it.
We playing spades, right? No, she not on the table. I'm on the table. Everyone
I'm in the kitchen cooking.
Is in the blind. Everyone else, for the most part, knows that's involved in the whole operation. So I'm like, babe, come on, let's go on the spades table. She get mad because she trying to.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make sure everybody eats. Come on, playing spades while I'm fixing food.
Everybody else like, come on, Tasha, go stay on the table. Still has me want you to come play.
I'm like, ooh, you almost got it too.
We playing, we deal the cards out. At this point, I already got the ring. Everyone's in the living room. So I dropped my cards on the ground. Like, I was like, hey, man, I got to come over there and get the cards. So then I walked around the table and I go to pick up the cards. Tasha trash. I don't know how you dropped your cards. Yeah. And then I just came up, and when I tell you, the song we played at our wedding was Speechless when she just walked in. And when I popped that box open, I could not talk.
He was. I could not talk.
No.
I could just sit there and just look and like.
Just ta-da!
I hope we got that connection right now because I cannot physically speak.
My heart.
I know, girl.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It was just and I was pregnant too. I was like 8 months pregnant. That was deep. That was one of, and then this is something that I only had between me and God, and this is why I know it was ordained.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I'm getting emotional, but I told God that when whoever my husband is, that I wanted both. I have a really good stepdad and I have a really good dad. So I have 2 dads, and I said that I want both my dads there to have their, to have their blessings. And that's nothing that I told him to do. Like, if you married, we got to have both. There's nothing that I told him to do. But if you mean you really want me, you go get my family's blessings. Because, I feel like that's important. Not that they was going to stop no shows. But I felt like that was important.
Right.
And they were all there. I mean, it was one of the most important times of my life. Like, it was really, really, I've never been surprised. I've never experienced nothing like that. It was like the best. It was the best. Both of my dads were there, supportive, love him. I mean, everybody that meant something to me, and not like in the sense that, okay, people that wasn't there didn't mean nothing, but everybody who I wanted to be there, who I told God and God alone, not my mama, not nobody else, was there to see all of this take place. So I just knew that God was in the mix.
Oh,
and look at what obedience, perseverance,
yes,
and you're communicating what you want. You communicated your heart to God. Think about that. You communicated your heart, and He spoke through him.
He sure did.
He spoke through him.
He spoke through him by allowing him to do the action.
Right.
That was your what they say, the come to Jesus moment.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was the one right there, because just think about the small act of you asking God, listen, I need my 2 dads to sign off on this. You didn't share this with anybody. And him being the respectful man that he is, he felt that, okay, I'm gonna talk to who I need to talk to, regardless. And without you knowing, so just that small act, that was that connection, that mental connection, like you said, when you popped the box open, it wasn't nothing.
No words.
You couldn't say nothing. It was, but hopefully she could connect. She could connect with what you said. You feel me, by popping it open. So yeah. I want to switch gears and touch on the importance of building your businesses, and building your business and your business, sir. I really want to know, one, I have a question for you. Are you doing classes? Are you teaching these people out here how to get paid? And if not, I believe you should, sir.
Okay, that part.
So, as far as like the investing part, I work with a young man named Seriez Griffin, who was initially the person that I met him while I was in the service. He wasn't in the service, but I met him through a mutual friend, and we've been rocking like that ever since. He's like my brother, and he pretty much funded my journey in the trading world. Whereas as far as getting me like trainings and like training programs that people were offering, he paid for all of that. So I could learn how to do it and be able to, we have this big grand scheme of how we want to basically empower the community to be able to learn how to make money from sitting at home, from learning how to trade, from how to manipulate the stock market, just like all the wealthier people in the world do. That's what they're doing. He has a mentorship where he goes in direct one-on-one, because this is what he does full time. So he has his mentorship, and then we have another private Discord for advanced traders, kind of once you complete the membership. So his mentorship, he's going to teach you how to trade, basically the same things that I know. You get meetings with him, one-on-ones, you could schedule appointments. He'll go into depth about anything that you really want to know about the market, and then anything that he does in the market, he's going to let you know as well, so you can kind of react with him as it's happening. And then the more advanced Discord is where we talk about a lot of politics and how things affect everything. Like Feds raising interest rates, and like as Black people, like we are so naive, respectfully, about the things that are going on in the nation behind the scenes. Like we see gas prices going up, or we see wars going on, but do we really know what's going on and why things are being caused? Why eggs are going up 100% in price? Why everything is costing more? What's really causing that, and how to prepare yourself in the event that the country does fall into a recession, or where you do get laid off from your job if you have one. You have ways to where, because the stock market ain't gonna never shut down. So you have ways, and that's not the only way. Businesses, anything that you can do to make extra income is always gonna be a plus, because you never know what situation you're gonna be in, what that company you work for, what financial situation they're gonna be in. So you don't want to just rely on that as a crutch. My whole life is dependent on the success of this other person's business.
Right.
And I work, but it's definitely important to have other ways, even if it's $100 here, $200 here that you're getting every month. It's still money that you're getting coming in outside of you working your 9 to 5 or whatever. So we have those investment opportunities. You can find those on our Instagram, his Instagram. My Instagram is Adriel_Handsborough. His is 6FatDaddy9.
6FatDaddy9.
Hey, no BS. That's my guy. And he's an entertaining individual, and he does not do it for the money. He just genuinely wants to help people, because he grew up in the way you guys speak, the same kind of environment that you guys grew up in, where there wasn't a lot of structure, there wasn't a lot of guidance, there wasn't a lot of necessity for understanding how money works.
Right.
So he has that knowledge, and we want to, help everybody, but it takes people wanting to get out of that comfortable, I work a 9 to 5, I go to work, I go home, I pay bills mindset, for you to want to learn, for you to want to find these new ideas and ways where you can be financially free, is what the term is. They call it now. In today's society. So it's possible.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And everything's going to have risk. Even working a job has risk. So just being willing to take those risks for the generation, children and the people that are going to come after them, your family, you have to do it. That's the only way you're going to become successful. And if you fail, you try again. And if you fail, you try again.
I mean, I watched him come from just like a blank piece of paper to knowing charts, and he be showing me this stuff. Hey, look, I just made $600 a month. Look, I just made this, look, and I don't know what I'm looking at. It be foreign to me. I look, but I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just thinking, God, he don't make the money. Let's put the money up. Yay,
But what you're speaking of too is residual income. It's basically, and I've said this for the longest. I don't know. I've probably been preaching on this for, 10 years, over 10 years. When I found out what network marketing was back then, and I would try to get certain people in our community to see the value of working for yourself. I always used to say, working for someone, you have a ceiling. There's a ceiling that you can't come through. You're only a day away from being replaced. You can't leave that job. You can't leave that job to your children. We speak of generational wealth. You can't leave. You get fired or you die. You can't pass that job, that way of income to your children. No. So you have to create your ways of income. I commend you for knowing that, sir, at a early age, but also having the gumption to stick with it, even when things might not look like it's going your way. That shows a healthy fortitude of not giving up. I think that plays a big part of it, and it can change families' lives. So, That's dope. That's dope, baby. You got a question about something you love? Well, something we both love now because you got me on it. But.
For the both of you, how important is fitness as a married couple?
To me personally, as a couple, on a couple standpoint, I think it's the extra boost of ambition and motivation. But what I love about him and myself is that whether he go or whether I go, we're still self-motivation. Self-motivated. You know, it's almost like happiness. Like people say, oh, this person makes me happy, or you know, I wasn't happy till I this thing or whatever. And that's fine. But happiness is an inside job. So I don't want to base my happiness or my fitness or my life on something that if it don't want to go or if it don't work out this day or whatever, then I'm back to square one.
Right.
Like, you know, it's just little things like that I ask God for wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on, you know. But we enjoy it. Like, I love when he walk up to me in the gym and randomly give me a kiss. I let him do his thing. Sometimes we work out together. We don't always work out together.
Right.
I let him do his thing. And especially now that I'm pregnant, I can't do a lot of the stuff that we used to do together. So he go do his thing, and I'm okay, and I know what to do. We've been doing this before we met each other.
Right.
I go do my thing.
Okay.
We see each other every now and then, or when it's time to go, we meet up, and we dip. But he's self-motivated, I'm self-motivated, and, you know, it works for us. It's our kids, they go, you know, every so often, like all of our kids, everything in our household is, you know, a replica of us,
right.
You know, fitness and health and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's good. It's good.
I think it's important as far as my theology on fitness has always been about longevity. So and I always say, you know, with respect to anything random that can happen, but for the most part, if you live a fit and healthy lifestyle, you're going to live longer than the unhealthier counterpart. So I think it's good to like just have a strong, sound body, because then that leads into your relationship. You can be strong and sound and confident in yourself and provide that to your significant other. Mm-hmm. And then the accountability part, because sometimes she don't want to go, sometimes I may not want to go, but we finna go hit that yoga on Saturday. So, and then just being able to see, you know what I'm saying? You see your wife in them leggings. Come on, man, working out. You know what I'm saying? So that's good too. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't even know that.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like watching your wife.
Trust me, it happens. Yep.
Hitting that spot, right? You know what I'm saying?
It happens. Yep. You're not lying.
There's definitely benefits to it, and I think the best gym partner is a significant other, because you can motivate each other. And like I say, man, you in there with your significant other, you're gonna want to go hard because you lifting for yourself, you doing things to ultimately look better, feel better, and that's gonna just pass over.
He likes showing out. He loves showing out, and I know he's showing out. And I look and I let him have his. I'm his biggest cheerleader. Go babe, go ahead.
I know that's right.
Yeah, you didn't put that extra weight on till I came around. You didn't put that extra dumbbell on till I came over here. Okay,
come on,
I see you.
Talk that talk, T. Talk that talk.
That's all them good meals. That's all them good meals you feed him.
You know I was about to. You failed me. You know I was about to dive. So listen, y'all don't know this.
Tasha, he is so ready for you to cook for him. Okay,
man, not just her. I want Mr. Handsborough too. Listen, listen. I hit him up before. I told him I saw one of them steaks come off the grill. And I was like, hey man. Hey look.
Y'all gotta come up here. Look, listen, y'all need to go ahead.
We're definitely going to.
Like, you guys are always welcome. Like,
you told me. I told him.
Yeah,
we definitely will. We ain't really got no friends like, you know, like that.
Like that. Yeah. We're definitely gonna make that happen. But that's official. Y'all just answered my question, because I'm not trying to cook nothing. Yeah, I need a break. So I want both both.
Oh, we
both
definitely
meat.
gonna eat good.
Yeah.
Where you been cooking?
And let me
I mean,
tell you
I was
something,
cooking
bro,
early.
like,
I was cooking early. Yeah.
when she was
You a
bringing them
chef
plates-
too.
Yeah.
when she was
I
bringing
try.
them plates, bro,
I try.
Man, I don't see what before.
He ain't been cooking lately,
Before
but
I
yeah.
met you
Yeah, I haven't.
in person, I was following you too, and I seen all that food. Man, look,
Girl,
I
listen.
was like,
Make sure she was fed.
Listen. My last pregnancy was heaven, cause honey, he was cooking.
Yeah, I bet.
That's why she was 8 pounds, solid.
For real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm not trying to go out like that, bro. You got girl.
So listen.
Not no 8 pounds.
We are so happy to have sat down and had this talk. We want to invite you all back on. I want to take this time to allow you all to let everyone on our platform know what's coming up. Anything you want to let anyone know about the Handsboroughs, what's coming up, and your social medias, how they can get in contact with you and stay in contact with you.
Okay, I appreciate that because I've been wanting to talk about that. And I'm gonna be brief with it. I have a new book that'll be dropping this summer, and it's called Injected But Not Rejected.
Yes.
And thank you. And it touches on illegal silicone shots, which I dealt with for many, many years of my life. And I want to shine some light on it, and I want to bring awareness to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good book, and it's really deep. I mean, it even dates back to the beginning, how it all started, and up until now, like the behind the scenes and what's happening now, my real life story. So that's definitely going to be a big topic, and I'm pretty sure you guys will see a lot more of me and us, and because this is, God would not let me rest until I finish this book. So I really got to see what he got in store.
Hello.
And when Baleen reached out to me, something in my spirit told me, do not despise small beginnings, meaning talk about that book and talk about everything as if you were on that huge, had millions of people watching. Like, this is a big deal to me, you know.
Yes.
This is the same thing that I would share if I was somewhere else. I don't want to shortcut, and I was like, okay, I see you guys, and so that'll be dropping soon. Of course, we have our health and wellness website where you could go to order all your health and wellness products, detox teas, cleanses, and fat burning serums.
Programs. We got the training program. That's a new thing we added with the workout plan. So
custom too. You can get a custom made.
We have a 90-day build and burn, which is 90 days of structured workouts, 5 days a week. You could do 3 days a week. You could basically use it as you wish, but the workouts are already laid out for you, which is something that a lot of people struggle with, is knowing the structure. Like we say, structure is important. Knowing the structure that you're going to have when you go in, so you can hit what you're going to hit, not just be wandering around as far as hitting random things. And then we have a 8-week workout plan that's more structured toward the ladies, because in theory, most women like to work on particular areas. So those areas are defined more in the workout, but you still touch on everything.
Okay.
So the 90 day is built for everybody. The 8-week is tailored towards women, but the fellas should do it too, because our workouts are for everybody.
Right. So, and we'll also be introducing some new products, especially a phenomenal ab sweatband that I'll be upgrading to.
Okay.
There's been a lot of research and behind the scenes things that's been going on. And of course, I'm using my own stuff as an example. I'm like, listen, this is my second pregnancy now. I don't show y'all it could be done with a C-section.
Yes.
And I'm going to show y'all it could be done, Lars willing, without one. So I was like, don't let me come back and run circles around y'all. Y'all got the opportunity right now to get it together. But you can find our wonderful products on lclfit.com. That's lclfit.com.
Come on.
Anything else you want to share, babe?
So I pretty much put my fitness side of it into her business. So we kind of collaborate together.
Ours. We won.
I love it.
So I do a lot of the workout plan building, and we could build a custom one as well. I could build you a custom workout plan. If you're looking to develop certain areas, or you're looking for certain types of routines. So that's always an option. As far as the investing, investorsanonymous.net is where you'll find our website. If you want to get into the mentorship, the investorsanonymous.net is if you kind of have a little background in trading and you just want to be in a community of people. We have some millionaires in the group chat, some thousandaires, some 100,000aires. So we got people that have built wealth, and offer very educated people, master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, engineering degrees. So it's an educated group of people that you can, even if you don't do the trading, it's a lot more than that because you have access to a different type of group of people in the sense to where they have this financial knowledge, they have this knowledge about what's really going on in the world that most people don't know or don't talk about. And then if you want to get into the mentorship program, it's at 6fatdaddy9, like you would normally spell it on Instagram. So he's going to have his mentorship plan. He'll teach, that's if you're from scratch learning how to trade. He'll teach you, and I'm in that Discord as well, so you'll have access to me in both. But great learning opportunities, and yeah, they cost money, but if you're thinking about generational wealth and you really want to make, or you want to see yourself be able to turn money, it's not even just investing in the stock market. We talk about 401ks, Roth IRAs, how you can maximize on things like that, real estate, what's happening in the real estate market, financial markets, what's happening with banks. Everyone, like when the bank crisis happened, we were talking about that. When we started going into a recession, when the stock market starts to crash, we already be on game because we got the news outlets that are really going on what's happening in the world. So if not for the money, for the information.
Yeah.
Right.
Good stuff.
Oh, man.
And you can find me at Latasha_lifestyle on Instagram. So that's Latasha_lifestyle. And don't forget LCLfit.com. And guys, I want to thank y'all so much for taking y'all time out and just for even giving us this opportunity to share our story, you know, and a little bit about ourselves. So, I mean, shout out to the Coopers. I'm telling you, you guys are amazing in real life because I know you in real life. And you guys are super motivational. And I want to tell you guys, like, what you got going on, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Even if you feel like they're not watching or they're not listening, they are. I'm telling you, I started from, when I did the LCL show, I started from a few viewers to hundreds of thousands. I just took a little break to get life and everything together. But do not stop. Consistency is the key, and y'all doing it together. God say He blesses the married life. So always remember that this is fruitful, this is big, and I'm proud of y'all. Like, I love it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. We thank y'all for taking the time to come in and just sit and talk with us and share with the world. You know, we're pretty private people, as well as a lot of people that we know. I'm pretty sure you are about a lot of things as well. But we use No BS as the platform to show transparency in real relationships, real marriages, real partnerships. Okay. And like I said, it was important for us to have our very first guest on, and it be the Handsborough. Thank y'all for y'all time.
Thank y'all so
really
much.
appreciate it. Much love. Much love. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. And to those of you all watching, make sure you follow them. Make sure you go to lclfit.com. Sign up. We gonna sign up
because we already got the product.
Yeah, we got the products, so we gonna sign up for some of the workout plans.
Yes.
But again, thank you all for pulling up. Thank you all for joining us. This is
No BS
with the Coopers. Oh, hold up.
Oh, so I can't leave out like my second love, which is gaming. So I'm a Twitch affiliate. So if you want to catch my streams, catch me on Twitch at Snipes1L. I also post content on YouTube at Snipes1L is the same tag. And then if you want to get some videos or you feel like you need some help on becoming more of a gentleman, I have a YouTube called The Age of a Gentleman where I go into things that I found that have helped me in my relationship, as well as critiquing myself in my relationship on things that I can do better. So that's The Age of a Gentleman on YouTube. So those are my little side.
Age of a Gentleman. Age of a Gentleman.
I like that.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard
it here.
You know what?
No BS. Y'all heard it here.
Y'all heard it right here. We gonna talk off camera, Mr. Handsborough, because I want to have you on combos and Vice. I want to do your show as well. Yeah, we'll converse. Hey, everybody, thank y'all for joining us.
For joining us.
You know, thank y'all for taking the time. This is No BS
with the Coopers.
You got it. You got it. You got it. I love your dress.
This is No BS with the Coopers.
Social media marketing is vital to every creator, but it takes time to properly promote to gain a big fan base. And you want to focus on your art, whether it's recording, podcasting, or even photography. How could you successfully put in the time to promote when you're using that time to create? Well, we have the answers to your dilemma. Let Team Ninth Wonder work your promo campaign for you. Our team of social media marketers are ready to take on all your tedious dirty work. For the duration of your campaign, our team will send individual DMs and email blasts, post content each day in our stories on social media, share your content through all platforms. 100% guaranteed you will see an organic increase in your following, likes, views, and streams. Let us guarantee your success through our radio, magazine, and TV promotional campaigns. We also create a step-by-step strategy for you to follow to further your success of the campaign. It's a win-win situation. This also puts you in position to receive real bonuses, live stream badges, YouTube monetizations, brand ambassador opportunities, and even concert bookings. Get the bag. Contact us today